to a day in history that will never be forgotten. The 2nd of March 2001, the day a nearby outbreak of foot and mouth meant the whole park had to be locked down.
After yesterday, when we decided to close the estate down, I think it brought it home to everybody just how serious this is.
When our cameras joined the keepers for their tea break, the mood was pretty grim.
Who knows, who only knows what will happen around here. I don't want to think about that, really. I mean, I know you do, but I can't get it into my head, really.
No one wants to have to destroy the animals that they've worked with or known all their lives, and in some cases hand-reared. So
that would be a very, very sad day, very, very sad day, or week, or whatever. Very, very sad.
A few of the members of staff here live in. If they lose their job, they lose their home. I don't suppose the Lord Bath for 1 minute would put you straight out on the street, but then, you know, you've got to make plans, haven't you?
It would knock the stuffing right out of everybody here. It really would, and it would take you a long time to get over it, because it would be traumatic, you know. Quite frankly, I'm terrified. The thought of it terrifies me. You know, to go in there in the morning or whenever and find and see symptoms.
How many lives are we going to lose, animal-wise? And livelihoods.
I just wish it would go away. As everybody would think. It's a nightmare that we're living, that everybody's living.
Days turned to weeks, but the threat, the danger, the anxiety never let up.
8 o'clock, the headlines.
The future of 4 farms in Wiltshire still hangs in the balance this morning.
Desperate fight to contain the spread of foot and mouth disease. There have been more confirmed cases today. One farmers leader warned, we're staring into the abyss.
Everyone was affected, from the most junior keeper to Lord Bath himself.
It's about the most frightening thing that has happened since I've been in charge, and also covering the whole time since I've been living here. So it's a very frightening prospect of something that could happen, but we're still hoping very much that we've done enough precautions to really see that it doesn't come to that.
We would be hit very heavily if it was to get onto the estate.
It is terrifying, because I mean, if one had to decimate the safari park in that fashion, then it really does raise the issue of, can one have safari parks if it's going to strike every 2 or 3 years?
I mean, if the worst did come to the worst, you're quite right. Would we ever open up as we are now, with the animals that we keep anyway?
And could one make an attractive safari park with just wolves, lions and tigers? Would the public keep being loyal and coming?
That's right. That's probably the biggest question we'd have to ask ourselves.
At least the carnivores were safe from foot and mouth. They can't catch it. But in those days, they had 5 African elephants, and they were susceptible to the disease. Their keeper was Andy Hayton.
I'm feeling pretty terrified at the moment, probably the same as everybody else here. There's just a complete air of doom hanging over the place. If we lost the elephants, it would just be catastrophic. We've put 9 years hard work into these animals, and we've brought them on since they were this big. But catastrophic for the UK elephant herd as a whole, because these elephants are important for breeding potential in the future. It's very, very far-reaching. The trade in elephants coming from Asia and Africa now is basically stopped. So replacing these guys as a wild stock, you're not going to get any more. You might do anything possible to protect these animals.
On the other side of the park, the herd of 11 eland antelope were being kept isolated. But eventually, Tim Yo had to turn them out in order to clean the yard.
I think it's extremely hard to know what to do for the best. We can't just sort of shut them up indefinitely unless we've got really good cause. You know, being confined, they're not able to go out and forage. They do get a bit agitated sometimes. So we really do have to be very, very, very careful.
In Pet's Corner, Darren Beasley was also being vigilant.
Now, my big worry down here are obviously my two pigs. Bruno and Blossom, pot-bellied pigs, are being members of the pig family, very susceptible to foot and mouth disease. We're really unclear on who else can carry the disease or the virus, so at the moment we're going to just take precautions and say everybody's a possible carrier, every single animal, everything from guinea pigs to otters, meerkats to parrots. One of the concerns I have is we have breeding programs in operation. My tortoise breeding program has been up and running for just over 4 years now. Now, some of these tortoises are 60, 70, 80, maybe even 90 plus years old. They've been through lots of different problems throughout their lives. They've had good and bad lives. It would be dreadful, totally dreadful to lose any animals, to lose any one part of a breeding program. It will set us back for years to come. In fact, I don't know if we would ever recover from it.
As the weeks passed, the situation showed no sign of improvement. The nightmare just dragged on and on.